if we look at the deep-seated urge in Americans to hit the road, and particularly to hit the road when things might get a little sticky here or there, my theory is that it comes with our genetic background, because we all, regardless of our race, we all are descendants of people who came from the other side of the planet. Humanity began not on this hemisphere, but in the eastern hemisphere. Now, it is true that Black Americans, many of those people are the descendants of those who were brought here unwillingly. So it may be a little less true in that instance, but certainly for most of the rest of us, regardless of race beyond that, we are the descendants of people who wanted to see a different world, who wanted to make a different life. And the reasons probably more often than not were economic, whether we're talking about somebody in Norway who just can't farm that land anymore and needs land to farm. So the family goes to Minnesota, or maybe it's an Asian fleeing the problems in let's say, in late 18th, early 19th century China and working on the railroad in the West. These are people who were coming here to build a new life. So I think it's natural among Americans to say, when I need to do something different, I need to start a new life, I need to rethink some things, we tend to do it on the road. And that's certainly what Blue Highways is about. My life had come, I've said so many times, my life was knee-deep in disaster. And the way I decided to solve that was a classic way. Damn it, I'm going to put my kit bag over my shoulder and hit the road. I can't get any lower, so maybe the road's got some answers. And I had no idea then that the answer would prove to be what it was. It's gone so far beyond my expectations in 1978.
Have you always been a traveler, or did this start as a result of Blue Highways?
I began traveling in the 40s. I was the navigator in my father's 1947 Pontiac. He taught me how to read maps, as he also taught me how to read a book. And so I would sit in the front seat, just struggling really at times in those days to look over the look beyond look over the dashboard beyond the hood. But I would navigate, and he was keeping an eye on what I was doing. But he knew the route, but he let me to figure it out. So connecting road maps with the landscape I was seeing, I began doing when I was probably 9 years old. And it's the kind of thing that just clicked with me. I seem to feel a very natural kind of link. Reading maps, looking at highways, looking at the terrain, trying to put the two together, then coming home and looking at the map and trying to see the trip again. A real challenge to do by looking at a piece of highway.